Donkey Kong Bananza's new DLC just recently dropped, and being the crippling Nintendo fan that I am, I bought it against my better judgment. And honestly, this DLC isn't all that bad. I was extremely disappointed at first because DK Island has literally nothing for you to do. It's literally you just walk around and you take pictures. I paid $20 for that? Like, what? It's just a wow, look at this classic in the modern day. Like, the only thing you can do is just hit checkpoints and take photos. I mean, you could also buy statues that get placed around the map, which does make the place feel more alive. But, like, it's nothing. There's nothing. There's no substance. And this is only one half of the DLC. This is one of the two things that was marketed to players as why you should get it. And it's literally called DK Island and Emerald Rush, making them both equally important. When it really should have just been marketed as Emerald Rush, and then said, oh, and it comes with this new DK Island for you to play Emerald Rush on. Because that's the only real reason anybody would buy this DLC is the Emerald Rush. But I will say, Emerald Rush is extremely fun. I didn't realize they had all these different difficulties and all these things you could unlock with playing the later difficulties. It doesn't feel difficult anymore, as it just feels more fun. Because you get more emeralds, and more emeralds gets you more upgrades, and more upgrades gets you more emeralds, and it's just fun. It's just really, 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 really fun. It has a very good gameplay loop and a really just like polished feel to it until you get to like the later part of the game when you get all these upgrades and you smash one emerald vein and suddenly your entire switch bricks because that's just too many particles. But like the best part is it's a roguelike in a way. While playing, when you break a banana, or break specifically a skill banana, a fossil, or beat a void mission, you get to choose a perk, which is where the replayability of this game mode comes from. You choose any build you want. I'm lame though, and every time I play, I just go for the void missions, like just increasing how many emeralds I get from that, and just keep ramping it. And after you beat the game, you also unlock the ability to block certain perks, which when I found that out, it took my enjoyment from the DLC from a 6 to like an 8. It really changes things being able to stop what perks you see, because then you're able to specifically tether your build more as you want instead of, oh, that's just the cards I was given. So it really does change things. And on top of that, it unlocks a whole extra slew of things you can unlock after you beat the main DLC. Also, the music that plays during the final round? Banger! This was 100% worth the $20. Overall, the DLC is really fun, and it is a good time. However, this DLC sets a very scary precedent that is already being seen with other Nintendo games. This DLC costs $20. To put that in perspective, Hollow Knight and Hollow Knight Silk Song are $15 and $20 respectively. Ultra Kill is $25 and it already has more content and replayability than the DLC, and there's still the rest of the game still being made. The entire 7 chapters of Deltarune are $25. So for a DLC with this little content costing as much as full-blown indie games that have 10 times the amount of effort and love and care put into it, that's crazy. That's crazy. If there was more to do than Emerald Rush and DK Island, then maybe it would be worth it. But there isn't anything. It's obvious Nintendo just wants your money and has become an extremely money-hungry company. If you need more proof, Kirby Air Riders is more expensive than Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Mario Galaxy 1 plus 2 is $70. Meanwhile, the 3D All-Stars collection was only $60 while having more games in it. And the biggest offender of this is Pokemon. It's always Pokemon. $70 for a game that frankly looks like shit. Then before the game even comes out, you announce a $30 DLC. When I went into GameStop to cancel my pre-order, they said, I heard them say that they are marketing Legends EA, a complete version. It's the game and the DLC. So you're not getting the full finished game unless you drop that extra 30, which brings that game from a $70 price tag, which is already huge, to an $100 price tag. And I've heard people say, oh, just don't get the DLC. It's crazy that there are some Pokemon fans that are coping enough to say that that's a valid argument, because it's not. In no world is that a valid argument, because if the DLC is $30, it doesn't matter if we get it or not. It's the fact that they're making it fucking $30, and it's the fact that they're putting base content, or not base content, but they're marketing it as the rest of the game that you can't get otherwise. So they're saying if you want the full experience, if you want the real, complete, finished experience of Pokemon Legends EA, you need to be dropping $100. That's insane. They also announced new DLC in the form of a Switch 2 edition for Mario Bros. Wonder, which is also going to be $20. A new shitty Mario Tennis game that's going to be $70. And even the amiibos got more expensive. The Mario Galaxy amiibos are $40 a piece, which with these amiibo I can slightly justify more, because these ones from Mario Galaxy at least seem like they're more for a collector's item than the actual purpose of an amiibo, because the Life Mushroom and a 1-Up Mushroom really don't mean shit in those games unless you're like ass, but in that case just play assist mode. So they seem more like a collector's item than anything, so I can stretch my belief a little bit for that. But if you got both the Mario Galaxy amiibos and Mario Galaxy 1 plus 2 port, you'd be paying $150 for all of that. The Switch 2 by itself is $450. You're already $300 away from buying yourself another Switch 2 at that point. But it's clear now that this Donkey Kong DLC was just a test run to dip their toes into the water to see how they would do, and if they should continue this business model of releasing DLC quickly for games that do well, then make it really expensive, less effort, more money, spending less, making more. And at the end of the day, Nintendo won. They got my money out of me. And they made away till the next expensive release for a DLC. But just think about it. The next time you get a game from Nintendo, or even Xbox, because they're also going off on the deep end. Fucking $40 for Game Pass, and 2 price hikes on their Xbox consoles. Nintendo's only done 1. How is Nintendo being less greedy than you? You're losing if Nintendo was being less greedy than you. But just think about it. Next time you get a game from Nintendo, or Sony, or Xbox, is it truly worth it? I usually am a person who, even if it is a bad game, I would still get it, because Nintendo made it. I love Nintendo. They hold a very big place in my heart from my childhood, because I grew up on them. But with these prices, it's not something I think I can support anymore. I think I will be getting all of these games at some point, but I'm not, like, I had a pre-order for Metroid Prime 4, and I canceled that. I can't support it. I know it's going to be a huge game. It's their holiday release. $70 for a game that looks like that. It's not worth it. Pokemon Legends ZA. I canceled my pre-order, and after the DLC was announced, and then my brain did a little bit of coping, and I redid my pre-order, only because I have points in GameStop, so I can just use those points and get it at a cheaper price, so I'm not exactly too worried about it, so the price hike doesn't affect me. I'm just like, oh well. But, and then same with Hyrule Warriors. It is the exact same game as Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. So why? Why is it $70? Like, that's not something I'm buying on release day. As much as I love the Hyrule Warrior games and Legend of Zelda, I can't get it. It's $70. I'm not getting that. I can't buy them at those prices without any regret. They're just too insanely priced, and they're just not worth it. Like, if I didn't have those points from GameStop, I wouldn't have gotten ZA. I already bought Digimon, so I already have my monster capturing fighting game, and it's amazing. If you're a Pokemon fan who doesn't want to support the next Pokemon game, but you want something that is equal quality, or if not better, you get Digimon. Get Digimon Story Time Stranger. That shit is so peak. It is so gas. I love it. I will say though, everybody who's comparing the two games based off of corporate greed, they're the same. Digimon has DLC that's $30, and on top of that they have $5 a piece costumes, $20 anime background music, $10 cheating out the grind DLC. So if anything, that game is more money hungry than Nintendo has ever dared to go. So if you're doing it based off of corporate greed, yes, Pokemon is better. Pokemon beats it by just a little bit. But it's also still okay to support Nintendo if that's what you want to do. If you want to support Nintendo with your money, that is your choice. You shouldn't be shamed for it. But if you blindly support Nintendo, you will make your wallet suffer, and you're going to make others' wallets suffer. Because that's going to show Nintendo people are still going to buy this, and they're going to start pushing the boundaries more and more. When's the next $80 game drop? When's that coming? When are they going to just throw in the towel and say, fuck it, let's do 90? And at that point, they're going to say, oh, might as well make it 100. So, it's okay to support them. It's just don't blindly support anything they churn out. Because that can get dangerous for everybody involved. Because the only way to get these prices to go down is to show Nintendo we're not buying all of their slop. Unless it's Mario Galaxy 2 again, because that shit's like, oh, okay, come on, it's gas.